Welcome back to Earning Confidence. Today is a very special episode, one I've been looking forward to, because to my left, I have somebody very special to me, somebody who I think has really earned a lot of confidence in the time I've known her. And we're going to see if we can dig into that a little bit today and see where that comes from.
Thanks.
Yeah, so why don't you introduce yourself?
Sarah Reed.
Sarah Reed, my lovely wife. Yeah, Sarah, how old are you?
Oh, God, 39?
Yeah, we're going to get personal here.
Okay, 39.
Yeah, where'd you grow up?
Chicago.
Where in Chicago? It's a big city.
Clearing, I think they call it.
Southwest side?
Garfield Ridge.
Yeah.
By the
Southwest
airport,
side.
by Midway.
And pretty affluent area. A lot of rich people there?
Oh, yeah. No, not really.
No, not
I wouldn't
at all.
say opposite,
No.
but middle class.
Yeah, probably a little lower middle class, maybe.
Maybe. Felt that way.
Sure. And where'd you go to high school?
Hubbard High School.
Yeah. Where'd you go to college?
I did not.
You didn't? What? In this day and age, you didn't go to
I
college?
didn't make it out of high school.
No, you didn't make it out of high school.
Mm-mm.
What?
Barely made it out of grammar school.
Wow. It's interesting. And so what'd you do after leaving high school?
I had a baby.
You did. How old are you?
When I had the baby?
Mm-hmm.
When I had the baby.
The
He's
baby.
still around.
But he's not the baby anymore.
How old was I? I was 18 when I had Jeremy.
Yeah. So 18.
Probably 16 when I dropped out of high school. 18 when I had Jeremy.
Wow.
So in between that time, it's just having a good time.
Yeah. What'd you do for a living?
Well, I got a job after having a baby. Went to work at Rosa's waitressing.
So high school dropout, new baby, waitressing job.
Mm-hmm.
Single mom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but probably not the easiest of times.
No.
I would imagine.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And, there's been a lot of TV shows and stuff that we've seen that this is not an uncommon occurrence, right?
No, not at all.
Young teenage
Right.
mothers.
Yeah. I'm not the only one.
Right, for sure. And it's almost becoming more commonplace, I think. I think we're seeing it a lot more.
Really?
Over the years, yeah. I mean, I think so. Or maybe we're just becoming more aware of it because of the TV shows and the exposure about it.
Maybe. I think it depends on where you live too.
Yeah, for sure.
When I was a young mother, I was among many. Now I don't see that like in our kids' schools.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's an
interesting. It's interesting.
At all. I think Alicia did say there was 2 pregnant girls in her school.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if I made it to senior year,
right, there would have been a
lot more.
Yeah.
There was people already with kids,
Right. I had the same
attending classes
at my high school.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Public versus private school.
Mm-hmm. And maybe I wonder if there's a difference in the the median income of the area.
Sure.
If that has what factor that plays in.
I
And
would say so.
yeah, it's interesting.
Anyway.
So you and something else I wanted to point out when I met you 19 years ago.
20.
Almost 20. Be 20 this November, right?
We met in 2000.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we met in 99.
99. All right. So it'll be 20 years this November.
Right.
When I met you, you would wear 3 shirts every day.
Yeah.
Didn't matter what the temperature was outside. Could be 105.
And
you would have 3 t-shirts on.
I would have 2 shirts on.
Yeah.
I would have a tank top and then a shirt over that.
Okay.
Definitely. And pants.
And pants, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And now you're sitting here in a pair of shorts and a muscle tee.
Yeah.
And look like you're about to go kill a workout.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
It's very funny. So that's kind of the thing I want to dive into a little bit. And we talked about this a little bit yesterday. But what do you think? What do you think is the main change that's allowed you to go from having to completely cover your body to now, being a little more comfortable with exposing a little bit more?
Well, I think I'm comfortable because I've put in a lot of work to my body. So I think that's why. Before I didn't do any of that. Didn't do any work on myself really at all. So now that I have, I just feel comfortable. I don't know. It's kind of funny how I do, and I feel way more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Hmm.
And I don't think I look perfect to be like, or what I think is perfect. You know what I mean? To be able to do that, but I just feel comfortable.
Mm.
And like we said yesterday, I don't know if that's all. Well, it's a lot to do with the work I've put in, but also just me getting older and kind of just figuring out who you are maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for sure there's definitely something to that, getting a little bit older.
But I don't think I would be here without putting in all this.
That's what I was going to
Effort,
say.
I
I was
really-
going to say, I think that as you get older, you do stop caring as much of what your peer group thinks. But I do think if if you've kind of carried this insecurity along the way, you're still going to have it.
Right.
So it's interesting that you've put in that work to kind of alleviate some of that. So what kind of work have you put in? What do you do?
I work out a lot.
Yeah.
CrossFit.
CrossFit.
Mhm.
Yeah, how
CrossFit.
long you been doing CrossFit?
5? How many years have you been doing CrossFit?
It'll be 6 next month.
So 5 next month. 5 in October. This month. What month is this? October.
We're in September.
Well, whatever, last month. So I missed
next
it.
month.
I missed my 5 years. Oh, we're okay.
Next month.
August, September, October.
Yep.
I got it.
So yeah, I'll hit 6
Awesome.
years in October. You'll hit 5
October
years
what?
in October. I'm
the
not
11th,
sure.
I think.
I'm right by the beginning of the month because I started right after my birthday. It was my birthday present to myself to go into CrossFit. Yeah. So you've been doing CrossFit almost 5 years.
Right.
Wow. And what kind of athletic background did you have before CrossFit?
Huge.
Extensive. Let's hear about your extensive high school and college athlete days.
0. Let me think about it. Yes, 0. Organized sports.
0 ever.
0.
No softball, no volleyball, nothing
No.
when you were a kid. No.
I signed up for tap. I took a class. That was it.
A class.
A class of tap.
Just weren't feeling it.
No, did brownies.
I don't think that's a sport.
But that's where my craftiness comes from.
You sure? I could see that, but I don't think there's any sports involved there.
No, we played basketball for fun.
Yeah.
After school. That was a lot of fun. I liked playing basketball, but it was, seasonal. It wasn't all the time. It wasn't on a team. And it's only if they needed a player, I think I got to play.
Yeah.
No.
And how old were you?
Grammar school.
Yeah. So nothing in high school. You didn't go to college. So and you had a baby after that. So there was no.
No. I tried rollerblading once.
Yeah. How'd that go? No.
Not for me.
All right.
Yeah, but that was it. I always wanted to work out. I did always. I've always wanted to work out. Always had that like, oh, I'm gonna work out. I want to get, fit, whatever.
Yeah.
Never paid off or never.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Probably because no one else was really doing it around me. Maybe.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I agree. I think that's a huge factor. Like none of the people I hung out with went to the gym.
Right. Nobody
hung out.
was doing that.
Some of them played. Some of them played sports, but not much.
Yeah.
And
I didn't go to my friends' games like that. Like, yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah. You didn't run with the athletic crew, right? You didn't run with the sports kid.
I don't even know where they were.
Right.
If they were around, I honestly can't even tell you.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even have a sports group. I mean, we didn't have a basketball team. We didn't have a volleyball team. And this is all grammar school because high school, forget it. There was stuff, but I wasn't.
You were checked out.
I was checked out. There was not basketball after school. And that was them opening the gym up for like open gym.
Yeah.
That's what was there for us.
Yeah. Interesting. So no athletic background. You didn't work out. You didn't play sports. So why, what do you think drew you into giving CrossFit a chance?
You. You know what drew me in?
Well, I know,
You
but they don't
did.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
So,
You,
fun fact,
for
took
sure.
me a full year to talk you
Solid.
into, because I started in October.
And even then, even when the year was there and you forced me to go,
I
you
forced
did. You're like, I bought it. I bought you on ramp. You start like October 11th or whatever it was. Monday morning. You start Monday morning.
I don't remember it that way, but
Like you. And I was like, I really just, I don't know, I was scared.
yeah,
I was afraid to do it.
for sure.
I don't know. I guess just being new and not knowing what you're doing. Obviously,
Yeah.
I have nothing to base anything off of. I
Mhm.
might have seen a few videos on it. You probably showed me.
Mhm.
And then that was even worse.
Yeah.
Probably a bad idea for me. I mean, other people see that and be like, oh, let's do it. You know what I mean? Not me.
Yeah.
No, I want to hide under a rock. Or
So
one.
had I not started CrossFit and not forced you to do it, do you think you'd be doing it now?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's hard to say no because I like it so much. I
Sure.
love it so much. And that'd be sad to think about,
Yeah.
maybe, but I don't know. Maybe not.
And how many workouts do you think you get in a week?
5, 4.
5? 4?
4 at the least.
Yeah.
The most, like, too many. But
Right.
4 at the least.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
But no, always Wednesdays. And then sometimes on Saturday.
Right. But you stay pretty consistent with it now, right?
Yes. Since I've started.
Mm-hmm.
Since I didn't take months off. I probably took a week off being out of town. Like to say I'd go work out of town, but that very rarely happens. But since that day, since that on ramp, I've not missed.
Mm-hmm.
I've been consistent.
And how was your health before you started?
Well, so I was overweight. Before I started CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yeah, overweight, out of shape. I had herniated discs in my back. I don't know if they're still there.
Mm.
I don't feel them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened to them.
Right.
But they were there.
Yeah.
And that's gone. Yeah, and I just feel 100 times better.
Yeah.
And it's funny, physically I feel better, but mentally is so outweighs the physical but I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. It's interesting.
Mm.
How much weight did you lose?
40 pounds.
And that's all from working out 4 times a week?
No way.
No. What else did you do?
Close. You have to change your diet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I lost like 30 pounds before I even went into the gym, honestly.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have taken pictures of myself.
Sure.
Because so I'm probably 10 pounds lighter than I was, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. Around that, from the time I walked into the gym until today. That's it. But my body has changed.
Body composition is completely different, right?
Totally different.
So weight stayed within 10 pounds.
I would say so.
But your body fat,
gone.
Muscle gain, it's a big difference, right? And energy level.
Oh, yeah.
Mental focus, clarity, confidence.
Yeah. Mental focus. I'm still all over the place.
Right. Right.
It's just my personality, though.
So, yeah. So like we said earlier, you're sitting here in a muscle tee and some shorts. And the shorts is a recent addition this year, right? You did not wear shorts.
No. I'm not comfortable in shorts.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just want to hide.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I honestly don't.
But
I just feel.
But you've been rocking them this year.
I have.
Yeah. And now it's funny. You went from the 3 shirts when we met to now it's like, I don't even want to wear sleeves.
I really don't
right.
want to wear
well,
shirts.
Yeah. And you did say the other day that you're like ready to rip the shirt off in a workout, which is common in CrossFit.
Well, it's funny. Yeah. Because the other girls are ripping their shirts off and I'm like, gosh, it is hot. And it would be lovely to take my top off.
Right.
I mean.
Right. So you see that other people are able to do it and you're like, yeah, I feel good enough. I can do this too, you know?
I think it's more on how you feel, honestly, than how you look. I know that.
For sure.
But it's true.
But I think there's something to looking at yourself in the mirror and thinking you look good and that makes you feel good,
Right.
right?
This is what
So
makes right. So I feel, which is huge. I feel good
yeah,
about how I look.
exactly.
And that it doesn't
Doesn't
matter
matter
what
what
you
anybody,
think
right?
how I look, or that's the weird. So you start out by thinking I want other people to think I look good. That's kind of how it goes, and
Sure,
you evolve and you end up
it's interesting.
thinking
Yeah,
yourself looks good.
yeah,
So
that's a great point.
yeah, because I still have all the things that I didn't like about myself before.
Sure,
I 100% do,
yeah,
but I just don't care anymore.
right,
I'm just like whatever. I worked as hard as I could work. I feel, and I'm where I'm gonna be.
nice, cool. Um, so you got something pretty exciting coming up, September 14th. What are you doing September
Um,
14th?
yeah, competition.
Your first CrossFit competition.
Yeah,
So, uh,
Granite Games Throwdown.
Granite Games Throwdown. So we talked about this. This is the very second question I asked you. How old are you? 39 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be 40 this year.
Yes.
Zero athletic background,
Mm-hmm.
zero organized sports background.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing
See how
CrossFit.
this goes.
You've been doing CrossFit
Right.
for 5 years, and now you're doing a competition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think I've always wanted. It's funny because when you're like, oh, I wish I played. Like, okay, you're a little kid watching TV and you see, I can't think of a show, but I'm gonna say High School Musical just because I can't. They have basketball. Those
Mhm.
kids played basketball, and I can imagine as a kid being like, oh, I'd love to play basketball and
Yeah.
do all this and compete and win, or do you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
at least compete and try really hard, the
Sure.
camaraderie and all that. So always would
Just
want to.
kind of
I
want to
was
be involved.
like, I
Yeah.
just want to be in a game. Like, put me in a game. I
Hmm.
want to play in a
Right.
game.
Right.
So this is kind of like that for me, I think.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's like a bucket list kind of thing in a way.
Yeah. So you think one and
I
done?
don't know.
You're gonna check it off
Maybe.
the list and you're done?
Maybe.
I don't know. You seem so one of the things I really love about watching you do is like when you commit to something. So this is what's funny. You're almost afraid sometimes to commit to
I won't
things
commit to things.
because if
What's
you
going to be
do,
involved? Yeah.
you're going to be psychotic about it.
Exactly.
I wish I had that trait. I wish there were, I know I do to an extent, but there's times where it's like I'm like, I don't know, and I just kind of I'll give up on things. Whereas
Hard for me to
you
do
see
that.
it out to
I
the
don't know.
end. Yeah.
Well, like the challenge we did with the 13. What was that? God, the Stronger You.
Yeah. So the counting our macros for what was that, 12 weeks or
Mhm.
something?
I
Yeah.
had a lot of bad things go wrong during that time.
That was probably one of the hardest times of our lives, physically and
And
mentally.
like,
And you stuck with it
yeah. That's
legit.
why I think that kind of burnt me out a little bit too. Though,
Sure.
because I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
Right.
I don't want to.
Yeah, it was mentally exhausting,
was.
which is why I kind of gave up on it.
I know, and I don't think it should have been. I think we kind of.
We overthought it,
Well,
for sure.
I just think a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But here's what's funny, I think. Back then we were
It was a year ago.
meal prepping, counting our macros and trying to be super legit on our diets. And we had all this stuff going on in our personal lives. And, it was a super hard time. But now we kind of, because we went through that, I
Mhm.
think, and stuck with it, now we're still meal prepping and not
We're-
necessarily counting every macro, but we know what our portion sizes are, and we're still kind of living that same lifestyle.
Well, it's improved my performance at the gym, I think. That whole doing that, like really watching what you're doing and kind of paying attention to amounts of food and measuring and all that stuff like that.
Yeah. So and I think it's kind of it helps you kind of get to know yourself a little bit better in a sense that when you've put on a couple pounds without even having to get on a scale, right?
For sure.
Because of how easier or harder a pull-up is,
It's
even.
right. Yeah.
So just, and then, maybe you didn't get enough sleep last night because of how you feel in this workout.
Yes,
that,
definitely.
so it's extremely interesting. But so, yeah, I'm super proud of you for signing up for this
Well, it's funny because
competition.
I wanted to, and then I saw, because it's made for people like me. That Granite Games, and like, what's the other one called? The one that
the Festivus.
the Festivus, like all those competitions are made for people who want to like get together and work out. competitively.
Yeah.
You're not really winning anything. No, you're not going there for that. I think you're just going there. I mean, that's kind of what I'm going there for, and I think that's what other people are going there for. So it's kind of perfect. But I wanted
For
to
self-accomplishment, right?
exactly
More,
right. Just kind of
but you're still
I don't know.
super competitive.
I am.
You are,
Yeah.
which is funny too because I when we met and when we were younger, I don't remember you being
No, I was
very
not
competitive at all.
competitive at all. I
At
was the
all.
opposite. I literally
Right. You would just
just
kind of
like
give
good
people.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
But now you're checking the scores and seeing where
Yeah.
you rank and
Yeah.
all
I'd
kinds
like
of
to
stuff.
know.
Yeah. So, do you think were you competitive as a kid? Do you remember?
Well, my brothers, yeah, but that's
Yeah, you
sibling
had three
kind of stuff.
brothers. Yeah.
But outside of that, with my friends, never.
Yeah.
I mean, I never thought myself as competitive. You can
But I guess,
probably ask, and they would say no. Yeah,
yeah.
I was just easygoing, laid back.
Well, I wonder, had you been in a competitive environment, would you
Maybe,
have been competitive?
maybe.
It's like we said, you never played sports or anything, so maybe you just
I did
weren't
not have confidence
challenged
in myself.
competitively.
I didn't
Right.
know that at that time. I didn't realize that that was the thing, but I just didn't have any confidence.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
Not that I was like a shell of a person or anything, but I mean,
Right.
it was, I don't know.
You're pretty quiet, right? Introverted.
Yeah.
Didn't really
Very introverted. Right.
yeah. Weren't very outgoing. And then in school too, I would imagine you didn't have a lot of confidence in academics and
Not in academics, but like friends, yes, which is kind of funny.
sure.
As quiet as I was, I always had a lot of friends. And
Yeah.
usually my friends were very opposite of me, very outgoing. So the most outgoing person was probably my best friend.
Interesting.
Or it still is that way, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opposites attract, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm the yin to
the yang.
to the yang.
Yeah.
I don't know who's quiet, yin or yang.
I don't either.
Anyway,
yeah, I would say we were pretty opposite,
we're very opposite.
but not so much anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny, right?
Mm.
You become who the
Thank God
people
we
you
don't
spend the
look
most
alike.
time with? Not yet.
Wait, 20 more years.
Right.
You won't be able to tell us apart.
Yeah. So yeah, very interesting. So
but so the game or the competition, I said to you, I'm like, I think I want to do a competition. And like that couple days later, or it even might have been that next day, one of the girls from the gym posted on the gym
Right.
website, hey, or Facebook page, hey, there's this competition. Who wants to do it? And I was like, I think I was the first person. I'm like, me, I'll do it.
Yeah, you were.
Which even that is a huge like, oh, what? What are
Right.
you doing?
So let me ask you this question, and we're gonna get a little a little out there. Do you think you manifested that post?
Maybe, Ron.
Maybe, yeah.
I manifest things.
Sarah manifests things like crazy. If she wants to see a cow, we'll see a cow.
I didn't see it. I didn't see an elephant.
We didn't see. Well, yeah.
I mean, I saw lots of cats,
Sure.
but I didn't see an elephant.
Yeah.
So that kind of bummed me out. But maybe
Right.
today,
Right.
maybe it doesn't work just instant because it doesn't work instantly.
Sure.
Well, what is that called? When something's on your mind, you see it all the time.
Your reticular activating system.
Yeah.
Yeah. RAS.
That's pretty much the same kind of a thing, wouldn't it be?
Yeah. Well, yeah. What you think about, you kind of focus on
Right.
or look for. But yeah, it's just an interesting, coincidence, I guess.
It always seems to be that way.
Yeah. So you wanted to do a competition. You had this inkling. What gave you that? What made you think I kind of want to do a competition? So, and the reason I ask is because people. Let me preface it with this: a lot of people we know are not seeking out physical competitions at our age.
Sure.
So it's not, and I don't, maybe the people listening to this, it's normal,
right?
But in society at large, I don't think it's normal,
right?
What we would consider normal, or the majority are not doing it.
No, there's a few though. That one,
there's
crazy
outliers here or there for sure,
yeah, right, exactly.
But it's not the norm. So
no, it's not.
There's not a lot of people, at or near 40 that are looking.
I think CrossFit gave. I mean, me going there and doing that has given me that confidence that I could even go to a competition.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to do 5 years of CrossFit to be able to go compete in a Granite Games throwdown. But no, I think I wanted to do it because I am competitive, and I was getting like kind of stale, I guess, at the gym, which that happens,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think I was just like, all right, like I just needed something else to almost look forward to. That's why I like doing these little challenges,
Yeah.
because they keep you honest for 6 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever it is.
Right.
Or like, so now I have this coming up. Okay, so now you're not going to be,
Eating all the cookies.
well, right, because I do eat cookies.
Right.
Like, people are like, wow, you eat cookies?
Right.
Yeah,
So,
I eat cookies and bread, and not all the time, obviously, very, very
Right.
rarely.
Yeah.
And it's going to mean something when I'm doing it.
Sure.
Like, I'm going to enjoy it. And it's not just because it's Tuesday and I eat a sandwich or whatever.
Right. Right. Yeah. So that's another thing. So how confident now are you? Say you walk into a party and there's chips and there's cookies and there's all kinds of garbage. How confident are you now at this point that you can just kind of say no to those things and move past them?
Yeah, it's funny. Well, so at parties, not so much.
Do you still struggle, I guess?
Yes, but the thing is, like, when I go to a party or something, I feel like those are rare. They are.
Mm-hmm.
Some, if it depends, over the summer they kind of come a lot more, so you're going to a lot more often. But I kind of give myself a break, and I'll have like a plate of, something that I shouldn't or I wouldn't normally eat.
Mm-hmm.
But at work, that's every day. I work 5 days ish a week, pretty much, and there is stuff there every single day. And for some reason, I am very able to not even like some of it gets to me sometimes. Like, I really wanted the cookies this week. Patient brought in cookies and everybody was saying they're amazing. I still don't know if they're amazing or not, but those are getting to me. There was 4 plates of them. Like, why are there so many cookies here? They know this isn't a big office.
Yeah.
Why did he bring us so many cookies? And it's got my name on it, even though it's not for me. They gave
Another
it
syrup.
right, but I'm just looking at this plate of cookies with my name written on it. I'm
Right.
like, thanks.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's usually easy though for me to bypass all that.
Yeah.
Very easy. Oddly easy.
Yeah.
Like, you get like I remember my prior self, and I hear other people's struggles, and they just can't walk past it. They have to try something or eat these snacks that are there, and it's very simple for me to say no.
Yeah.
Because of how I feel and how I know that makes me feel. And you almost have to get like stung by that so many times before it sinks in finally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then again, I'll do it. I mean, I'll do it again. I'm going to do it again. It's going to happen.
Sure.
And that's fine. Like, it's not going to be detrimental to me.
Right. Because like you said, you're not doing it every day.
Exactly.
You're not even doing it every week or every month.
Right. And it's not like, oh my God, it's so horrible to eat. No, it's not. Those things aren't terrible. But when you're doing it consistently and you're not, you really don't pay attention, and it's not necessarily your fault. Well, you know what I mean? But sometimes you got to kind of like pay attention to that. Like, well, how many days a week did I just have this or whatever it was?
So do you think that counting macros and stuff that you did made you more aware about the impact of daily?
Yeah, it does. It does make you aware. Like, we went out to eat yesterday. Try to stay semi good. Most people think it was really good, but it's so funny how we're like, that's not good.
Right.
But whatever. And we had the appetizer, which was the bacon dates, and later on I didn't count anything, but I'm still trying to stay good.
Right. You're kind of counting it in your head.
Right. Kind of just mentally keeping track of it, and I forgot all about that. And then I came home, I'm like, well, I can have some popcorn.
Yeah.
And that's like the treat, in which whatever. So I had the popcorn, and then like halfway through the popcorn, I thought,
I remembered
the dates.
The date.
I was like,
oh my God.
Right.
I've had too many carbohydrates today.
Abs will never come.
Right. It's over.
Right. But yeah, there's something to writing everything down and keeping track.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know that you need to do it for 12 weeks. If whatever floats your boat, do it for a week.
Yeah. Just give you some
self-awareness. Doing in a day.
So yeah, I think self-awareness, just kind of really stepping back, because we get into so many habits and routines.
Yeah.
It's easy to just glaze over what we're actually doing on a daily basis.
Right.
So I think if you take some time to write stuff down, or even just take a few minutes every day to reflect on what you did that day, what you ate, what your activity was, just that self-awareness, I think, can help you.
You can almost apply that to like any problem you have.
Right.
Not just eating or exercise wise too. I was just thinking.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. Competition coming up, couple weeks away now. What
14 days.
Yeah, 2 weeks from
Oh my
today.
gosh, 2 weeks from today.
Yeah. So, and you've
I'm
really,
nervous. I'm gonna be nervous.
oh, well, you're nervous because you care,
I was dreaming about it last night.
we talked about this before. You want to do well.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're nervous. If you didn't really care, what your performance was going to be or whatever, I don't think you'd be nervous. But which is a good thing. So being nervous is not
right.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's what's making you get up every morning and go practice at the gym with your partners.
And
because it's a team workout.
Right. So I would think I was kind of like, almost like, what am I working out?
What's the
for?
point,
what
right?
am I doing?
Yeah, because it's so far. The whole point of eating right and working out is for overall health and longevity, right? But it's something, like even our kids, they can't see the choices that they're making now, how it's going to affect them 20 years from now. So we're in the same boat. The stuff we're doing,
I needed something.
The stuff we're doing today, it's hard to see that what it's going to do for us in our 70s, So if we have these little shorter term milestones, it kind of gives us that more instant gratification,
So 2 weeks away.
So 2 weeks away, and you've been doing like 2 workouts a day now.
Well, because it's 4 workouts in one day.
It is 4 workouts in one day, so
which is good.
Sure.
And honestly, I don't know that I needed to prepare that much for that. I don't now that I think about it, I'm like, I think I'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But do I think that because I was doing like 2 workouts a day last week to see,
right?
Maybe.
Right. So that's a good point. So before that, you were doing 1 workout a day, 4 to 5 days a week, maybe.
Right. And these workouts.
And then when you signed up for this competition, you were like, "Oh my God, this is 4 workouts in one day."
Right.
How were you confident? Right? Were you confident that you could go into that day and do 4 workouts, no problem?
No.
So you went in and started putting in the work to do 2 workouts a day, and then after doing 2 workouts a day, you're like, "Yeah, I could probably do 4 workouts in a day."
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So, all right. Well, I think it was a good interview, and thank you for doing this with me.
Mm-hmm. I'll do anything for you.
Yeah. See, it's on camera now.
Almost.
But yeah, good luck in your competition, and we'll have to have you back on after to see how it went.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'm super proud of you, and
thanks.
You're one of the most confident people that I know. Seriously,
I still struggle. Don't say that.
Everybody does. The most confident people I know still struggle from time to time. So, but you are still one of the most confident people that I know that I'm around on a daily basis. So,
thanks.
It really helps me. It helps me stay focused on the long term, and you give me a lot of pep talks when I start losing my confidence with stuff. So I appreciate all that. And yeah, we'll talk to you after your competition and see how it goes. All right. Thanks.